Welcome to the 2017 AMATYC webinar series. My name is Julie Gunkelman. I'm the Professional Development Coordinator for AMATYC, and I'll be hosting the webinar today, which is AMATYC 101, Planning for a Prime Time in San Diego. And there are so many people presenting today, we're just calling them the conference committee. So that's who we are welcoming today. Please note that the views expressed by the presenter are not necessarily the views of AMATYC. Commercial products mentioned by the presenters are not endorsed by AMATYC. I want to let you all know that McGraw-Hill is sponsoring our AMATYC webinar series this year. Thank you. And without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and switch this over to the presenters. Our first speaker today is our president, Jane Tanner. Take it away, Jane.
Hi, everybody. As Julie said, I am Jane Tanner, and it's been an honor to be the AMATYC president for the past 2 years. I'd like to welcome everybody to the conference in San Diego. It is a great opportunity. The hotel is wonderful. You'll just love it. And you'll find that coming to the AMATYC conference is like coming to a family reunion. This will be my 26th AMATYC conference. My first one was in 1992 in Indianapolis. I didn't know anybody other than the one person that I traveled with, and he dumped me for dinner the first night. And I also found 3 different groups of people and had 3 dinners that night after he dumped me. So we're a really friendly bunch, and you will get to know a lot of people and will maintain contact with them throughout the year and years to come. So why do I keep on coming, and what have I gained from attending these? Well, I really think it's the people. I have countless friends, many of which you're going to be seeing after me today, and we get caught up on what has happened and what new things that they're doing in their classroom. And I just like bringing back new things to my classes. I never dreamed like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I would be teaching all online. And I got a lot of the knowledge to do that from attending the AMATYC conference. What's good is a lot of the things that you'll take away from the conference, you'll end up putting into your classroom Monday morning. A lot of things will come in and just pop into your head, and you go, hey, I want to try this. But we want you to feel comfortable attending the conference, and that's why we're doing this webinar today, so that you can know a little bit about what's going to be there before you actually arrive. You'll have the name and faces of our wonderful conference committee. Be sure to come up and introduce yourselves to us. We like to see what you think and tell us what worked for you and what we can do to make your conference experience even more better for you the following years. The one thing I want to say about the conference is that AMATYC has a foundation, and we are going to be conducting our annual DOT campaign. And what that is we encourage all of you to give $1 to the foundation for every conference you've attended. And there will be prizes at the end. It's regional prizes and big drawings at the end. And if this is your first conference, for $1, you can get into this. So I would encourage you to do this. The monies that the foundation raised goes to some of the programs that we have. For instance, Project Access, which I think Natalie will be talking about later. We have mini grants available. And we are also one of the sponsors of the National Math Seminar that's coming up at the 2018 Orlando Conference for AMATYC. Otherwise, I just hope you have a great time. The AMATYC family is we're ready, willing, and can't wait for everybody to get to San Diego. So I'm going to pass it along to our program coordinator, Judy Williams. Go, Judy.
Hi, everybody. I attended my first conference back in 1989, and I've been involved in some way or another creating and presenting this program for all of you for about 10 years now. And what we want to do today is just help you to get ready to have a really great first experience. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the hotel and talk about our program. You will, at the conference, get a very large book that lists every talk and everything that's going on. And there you'll find where you find each one of these talks located during the conference, and a description of what the talk is about, and some information that tells you what the topics that the conference or what the talk is focusing on to help you find that. Or there is an app where you can do all of this online these days, and you'll learn more about that in a few minutes. We have a lot of language, lingo at AMATYC. Please don't feel overwhelmed by it. We're going to try to introduce you to some of the words today, but as Jane's already said, when you have questions, you can email us or just walk up to us at the conference. Most of us do look like the pictures you're seeing today, so you should be able to spot us. And now I'm going to turn this over to our conference coordinator and all-around great guy, Kevin Dockter.
Thank you, Judy. I appreciate that. Welcome, everyone. I am Kevin Dockter. I am the current conference coordinator. And when I began coming to the conference a number of years ago, I never dreamed I'd be doing what I'm doing now. I mean, my end of the picture is a lot different than most of yours will be. I mean, my goal is to make sure the conference runs smoothly and you all have a great time. So if we can slide through the next slide, I'll give you a little bit of things you should look at here and see what's happening. We are at the Sheraton Marina Hotel, the Sheraton Hotel and Marina in San Diego. The hotel is made up of 2 different towers. So when you made your reservation, you may have had a room in the Marina Tower or in the Bay Tower. It depends upon which one. Or if you chose, you could have also booked at the Hilton, which is about a 5 to 10 minute walk just down the road, right along the bay. It's a very pretty site. You're going to enjoy that. All of our sessions will be held in the Marina Tower. In the Marina Tower, it seems to be spread out when you see the map in front of you. It is not that bad. The registration area will be downstairs in the Nautilus foyer. You'll have to walk through. We will have a lot of signs. You won't have any trouble getting around the location. And if you do, stop someone that has their name badge on and just ask them. It's a simple thing to find your place. Oh, we jumped too far. A few things you need to look at. You can go to the next one, Judy. That's just fine. You want to have a good time when you're at the conference. I mean, I remember my first couple conferences, I devoured every session I could get because I didn't think there was anything better in the world than this. Over the years, let's just say my attendance at sessions has changed a little bit. I carefully look at the program, I pick the sessions I want, and I attend those sessions. But there are other things happening. You may have received an invitation to attend a focus group from one of our publishers. These are in the Marina Tower on the 4th and 5th floor. It's a good opportunity for you to make to give some influence at least to what's happening with our publishers, whether it's a new textbook or software. At the same time, our committees are welcome to anyone. You can join a committee, you can attend the committee meetings Friday afternoon, you don't need a special invitation, everyone can go there. You want to have time though for yourself. I mean, instead of hitting every single session, skip 1 or 2. Yes, I said skip 1 or 2. Sit down with someone, chat with someone. The most reassuring thing I found out attending the conferences was that everyone has the same problems that I had. So I could ask them for advice, and they were very willing to give it to us. You know, take some time, skip a session, grab some lunch, you know, enjoy yourself. Hit the hospitality room. Friday night, you've got the Ignite session, a nice little 5-minute quick kind of fun presentation by people. And then we've also set up shuttles to downtown San Diego to the gas lamp quarter if you want to get away from the hotel and view a different part of the city. Shuttles will run from 5 p.m. till midnight on Friday night. They are free. You'll just catch the shuttle in front of the hotel and where they drop you off. The other thing you want to look for is, you know, where can you create some excitement, meet someone new. You know, I challenge you to find our selfie stands that we're going to have in San Diego this year. They won't be difficult to find. You should be able to locate them, and you should be able to find the signs on the floor to tell you to take a picture there. So stop, take a picture, post it on our app, post it on our Facebook site, and enjoy yourselves. You know, we're here to help you have a good conference. So you will see me walking around. Sometimes people ask me if I'm cloned because they see me in so many different places. I won't tell you the answer to that. But stop us. ask questions. That's what we're here for. I want you to have a great conference. So please stop us and introduce yourselves and enjoy. So let's move on to other people who have probably more important things than me to say.
So hello, and I'm Darlene Whittington, and I am the presider chair for the conference committee, and I've been doing this, I can't remember now how many years I've been doing this, maybe 8, something like that, and I certainly enjoy it, as other people have said, because this is my AMATYC family, and certainly love everyone that I've worked with, and love all the people that come and meet us at the conference. So one of the things I wanted to talk to you today about is the use of the conference app. And you should download that conference app, and you could do it from the QR code, or you could also just go to your Play Store and say guidebook. Once you get there, type in from the guidebook app and install AMATYC, and you'll find the 43rd Annual AMATYC Conference. Well, the best part of this is it's like everything you want to know about the conference. Kevin has put this together and done an amazing job. First and foremost, here is the schedule. Schedule by day.
Can I interrupt for a second, Darlene?
Sure.
I'm going to make it easier for you to download the app. Expect an email tomorrow to anyone who's registered with simple instructions to enter your cell phone number, and you'll be texted a link to download it.
Fantastic. Thanks, Kevin. And in our schedule here, you can see that it goes by day. And on the app, there's a little plus button here on the side. When you click that plus button, it will automatically put that session into your personal schedule. Very nice to have you on track and ready to see the wonderful things you want to see. And if you have trouble with the app, at the Chat and Chew session at 8 a.m. on Thursday, I will be there to help you with that app. Well, continuing on down, you can even look at things by schedule tracks. Maybe you want to see some commercial presentations, or maybe you want to get involved in committee meetings. They're not up there yet, but I know they will be because I'm on the wrong day, and they happen on Friday. So the regional breakfast is something you definitely want to attend. Know what region you're from, and I'm from Mid-Atlantic, so I can go there, and I know exactly where to go for that breakfast. AMATYC Impact. Everything is here for you. A matter of fact, there we have the poster session. The poster session, come and see those posters that are there. An amazing poster display. People will be there ready to talk to you about all those posters that they have presented. The Do Chat and Chew, who's going to be there. And the camps and clubs. So say you want to see a particular presenter. You can click on that presenter, and you can even do a search and find that particular presenter you want to see. Well, as Kevin said, you know what? You don't want to spend all your time trying to get in every session. It is going to be overwhelming. So what are you going to do? Well, he's got it there. He's got it ready for the exhibits, the registration, and the hospitality center. So you can just click and know exactly where to go and where things are located. Okay, so now you've had a long day and you are just overwhelmed with all the new and wonderful information and all the new friends that you've met. Well, probably want to get together and go out for your dinner. Well, surely he even has on here local area restaurants. So anything you want to choose from, there it is. And let's say it's in a different area, there's that shuttle information. This shuttle information here will get you either to the airport transportation or the downtown shuttle. So while we're here, I just want to mention that the airport shuttle, there is a free shuttle, and you can click and get that shuttle information. All kinds of good things on here. Make your to-do list, San Diego information, and yes, he's even included the weather. So Kevin, hats off to you for all that you've done. So as an attendee, to be able to use the app, of course you need to have a device. What kind of device works? Your Android phone, your iPhone, iPad, Microsoft Surface Pro, whatever electronic device that you have, bring it along. You're going to need it. Well, there's Wi-Fi available for you for free. Yes, I said for free. You will need the password AMATYC 2017 to get onto the Wi-Fi. It will be in all of the meeting rooms. It will be out in the public areas, and yes, even in your room. So again, that password, AMATYC 2017. Bring those devices, because on the devices is the way that you're going to do an evaluation for a session. So if I'm at a session and I go to that session and say I'm here, session evaluation, right there. Click on the session evaluation, and it will allow you to go in and rate that session. It will be sent immediately to the presenter. So we need that information back from you, because that's how we can guarantee you a very quality conference. We listen, we want to know the importance of the content of the presentations, and we also want to learn about the presenters. So again, I'm going to invite you, as everyone else has, to come to the registration booth, say hello, ask questions, or just get suggestions. Now I'm going to turn it over to a dear friend and one of our AMATYC family, Honey, who will help you understand some of our lingo.
While I'm waiting for the slide, I'll just tell you I'm Honey Kirk, and I am the Assistant Conference Coordinator. There I am. And I want to assure you I'm going to go through these words, but there is no quiz or test at the end of it. I'm just trying to help you with the vocabulary. If you've had a chance to look at your mini program that came in the mail, you'll see that we have over 170 sessions of different types. The sessions, let's talk about the different ones. First are the 50-minute sessions that you saw on the app. Those are starting with S001. That would be a session at 8 a.m. on Thursday. And then on Sunday morning will be S171. And then all of them in between. 50-minute sessions. The way that I choose the ones that I want to go to is by looking at the program key. After the session title, in parentheses, are some letters such as TP, that would be teacher prep. Those are the ones that I always look for, as well as some of the others. There's a program key that will help you choose which ones are of most interest to you. There are 2 sessions you'll see that are marked featured speakers. These featured speakers are sessions and people that are chosen by the local committee. You can read the bios of the featured speakers as well as the bios of our keynote speakers in the program and also in the mini program. There are 2 themed sessions. We changed the topics. This year, the committees doing them are one in statistics and the other one is teacher prep. These are Thursday morning. There are 6 different 15-minute talks within that session time frame. On Thursday afternoon is our opening session featuring our keynote speaker, who's going to be talking about the differences of teaching in 1957 versus 2017. It starts at 3 o'clock Thursday afternoon, but please don't think that that opening session is when we begin, because you will miss a whole lot if that's what you think. We do start Thursday morning. The research session, it's our 6th annual session this year on improving mathematical prowess and college teaching. It will be held Thursday evening. As you can see, this is why I say to pace yourself, because it starts at 7 p.m. and it goes till 9:50, which if you're from the East Coast, that means you're starting at 10 p.m. and going till after midnight. Also Thursday evening are the AMATYC forums. There are several topics and issues of interest where we have several speakers and a moderator, so please check out the topics in your program. The impromptu room is a breakout room for conversation. We have a sign-up sheet at registration and then by the room. If you have a hot topic that you want to talk about, you can sign up for a special time, or if you're in a session and you want to continue the conversation, you can run over to the impromptu room or choose a time later in the day to sign up for. Just walk by and check out the easel and see what's happening in that room between sessions. The regional meetings were mentioned. These are Friday morning this year. It's a great way to have breakfast and also talk to the people from your area of the country. It's an opportunity also to get involved in AMATYC or in your region. And of course, my favorite part is the door prizes. We have drawings. Hopefully your region will as well. The symposium, sponsored by the Research in Math Education for Two-Year Colleges Committee, has 3 sessions designated by Y1, Y2, Y3 on the scholarship of teaching and learning. The poster session, posters are set up on Friday morning, and you can come by any time and see them, but the poster session itself, when the presenters are available for conversation, is Friday afternoon, starting at 1:45. At the end of the 2-hour session, the posters will be taken down, so make sure that you have Friday poster session on your personal schedule. Saturday morning starts with our awards breakfast session. The breakfast is served in a sit-down style. It features another great speaker, and everyone will gets a prize at this one. It will be waiting for you at your plate when you sit down. The delegate assembly is AMATYC's business meeting. This is held Saturday afternoon. It provides an opportunity for any member of AMATYC to address the AMATYC board with anything that they see as an issue. See why I said to pace yourself? The committee is very excited about the 2 new things that we're doing in San Diego. The first is Chat and Chew, Thursday morning. This is your opportunity to join 3 different table discussions. Just pick the 3 that you want to join while you enjoy a complimentary pastry from our corporate sponsors. The Camps and Clubs on Thursday afternoon is an informal opportunity to see what colleagues are doing with math clubs or camps on their campus or also in the community. It's a topic where we had quite a few proposals and we decided to put them together at one time in one room. Next slide, please. The registration desk, this is where you will find committee members hanging out ready to answer your questions, and this is where you will register for the conference and get your bag and your badge and get ready to go, and your program. The hospitality room, great place to visit. It overlooks San Diego Bay. It is hosted by the local committee. So it's filled with members, not filled, but there will always be several members there who can help you with local events and how to go places and what to see and where to eat, just like on the app, but they will have personal knowledge and you can meet a friend. Those are the hours. And now I'm going to introduce and turn it over to Natalie.
Hi, everyone. My name is Natalie Veda Rhodes, and I'm the advertising chair. And I want to talk a little about Project Access, as Jane mentioned. That's actually how I got really interested in AMATYC, but I'll save that for the next slide. I want to give a big shout out to our corporate partners who work closely with AMATYC, in particular with the conference. In addition to being exhibitors, which you'll hear about shortly, we encourage you to stop by and say hi. This year, our corporate partners are both sponsoring the Chat and Chew on Thursday morning, Cox is also sponsoring our hotel key cards, and McGraw-Hill, in addition to the webinar series, is sponsoring the conference bags. Next slide, please, Judy. Thanks. So Project Access, it's for faculty in their first 3 years of full-time employment. It's actually how I started with AMATYC. My colleagues encouraged me to participate. I got, and I did, and it was a wonderful experience for me. I got to meet new instructors just like me, and seasoned instructors, and I got to learn from them. And then it's how I met all these wonderful people that I'm the new kid on the block, but they've accepted me as part of their family. And it's wonderful networking. And the first year is spent planning a project to implement at your home campus. The second year is spent implementing and presenting the project as well as preliminary results. So if you could go to the next slide, Judy. If you visit the poster session, which is listed here, the information, you can pop by to peruse the posters anytime the room is open. But if you stop by during the designated times, this is when you can also learn what's happening by Project Access Fellows, but also others who have just decided that this is the way they wanted to present. Descriptions for all of these can be found in the program or on the app. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Jay Martin, who will tell you a little about the exhibit.
All right, thanks, Natalie. I'm the old new kid on the block. I've been with AMATYC for like 6 years, but started the running the exhibits this year for a delayed 7 year, which I did it back in the early 2000s. So glad to be back with this committee. The exhibit's grand opening, you will not want to miss. 4:30 on Thursday, right after the opening session. There will be nothing else going on in the conference but the exhibits. It will be everyone checking this place out. It's going to be a great party. Exhibitors, a lot of them will be providing like drinks and goodies and snacks. They will be really happy to see you. And there will be a scavenger hunt ticket that you will want to be filling out. Next slide, please. This scavenger hunt ticket you'll have in your conference bag along with a lot of other materials, but you pull out this ticket and there'll be questions there that the exhibitors have given to me that I have put on this form for you. You get all the answers to it, fill it out, turn it in Friday midday, and we'll start having drawings Friday late Saturday morning. So you'll check back to the exhibit hall Saturday morning to see if you have won. We'll have at least 15 or 20 gifts to give out. Last year, before I became exhibit chair, I know you're probably thinking, well, I never win anything like this, but that's what I used to say until last year. I actually won a ticket, a registration to Nice Side, which was about $500. So there's some really nice gifts in there. When you go into the exhibit hall, think about kind of what do you want to talk to exhibitors about. If you're adopting a new text at your school, there will all new ones be there. And you can ask what their best parts about their textbooks are. Software questions, if you're using my MATLAB or WebAssign or Alex or any of those, I know I have questions on those daily. So I'm going to get some of those answered myself because all the big players will be there in that exhibit hall. Get your math t-shirt. As you can see, I wore mine today. Yes, Mandelbrot set. When I'm teaching a topic, I have a math t-shirt that I wear to my classroom, and there's going to be a huge number of new designs from Michael Fultz, and you'll be able to purchase those in the exhibit hall. And there's even a couple of companies that will have some jewelry, so you might want to do a little Christmas shopping for that loved one back home that is allowing you to go to San Diego for a whole week almost, right? Next slide, please. Commercial presentations, they've been mentioned a couple of times already. These are very different than regular presentations because the companies are teaching you specifically on their software about their particular product, which you will not see in a regular session. And slide. other dedicated time. Friday morning and Saturday morning, the times are there. This is time where nothing else is going on in the conference but the exhibitors. So that's a great time to get in there. You're not missing any sessions or anything else. Be sure to thank the exhibitors for supporting AMATYC. We get over $100,000 in support for this conference just from the exhibitors. So be sure to thank them. And check out evening socials. There'll be some exhibitors that will have socials that you're probably getting some emails possibly already about invitations to some of these. These are very nice social times that you can get to know other AMATYC attendees and just enjoy San Diego, as you've heard like several times. And that's it for the exhibits. I'm turning it back to Julie.
Okay, if I could break in just a second, Julie. On Jay's comment about evening socials, you might also, especially if you're coming to this conference by yourself, go in the hospitality room and see if they have sign-ups for groups to go out to dinner together and meet some new friends that way too. And finally, on behalf of Darlene, Honey, and myself, if you happen as a first-time attendee, bless your soul here for this, but if you are presenting or volunteer to be a presider here, please let us know at registration time that you're here. That means I can get a good night's sleep, and Honey and Darlene can too, because we know you're there and ready to participate. And now back to Julie.
Okay, I have just got some time here for questions. This went quicker than what we had thought, but I remember my first AMATYC conference. I was completely overwhelmed, and I did have friends that were there with me, and it did help a lot. So get a buddy, definitely get a buddy, and take all this great advice. We will have a recording of this so you can hear it all again too. I'm sure that this has spurred some questions for some of you. If you could put them in the question and answer box, it's easier for me to keep track of. And I can read them out, and we'll have somebody from the conference committee respond based on their area of expertise.
Well, while you guys are writing in those questions, yes, we did cut down our time a little bit today. I don't think we copied Julie in all those emails. We didn't want to overwhelm you. We don't want you to be scared coming to the conference. This is a place to get great professional development, to meet some outstanding people, to make lifelong friends, and to enjoy yourself, to come back to your classroom feeling refreshed and ready to go to finish off the semester strong. So stop us with questions. Ask your questions now.
Yeah, they really are a friendly bunch. I've met them all. It's okay. Go ahead, ask those questions. We'd rather address it now than later. Let's see.
Julie, I do have one suggestion that I wish someone had told me. When you come to the exhibit hall, if you have business cards, bring them with you, because it will save you time from having to fill out forms. You can just give it to one of the exhibitors and they'll staple it to a piece of paper and have you on file.
Now, that's a good tip. That does save a little bit of time. We did have one.
You can also give them out to all the people that you're meeting and are going to want to stay in contact with.
Right. We did have one question come in, and that is, what time is the delegate assembly?
I can handle this one. Delegate assembly is Saturday afternoon at 3:45. It's scheduled to last for 2 hours. I've seen the agenda. It won't last for 2 hours this year. So you'll get out and have a nice evening and have plenty to do. It's going to be in the room Grand Ballroom B if you're looking for it, and it will be on the app.
Yeah.
If I could add about the delegate assembly, we will be hopefully approving the spirit and philosophy of a position statement. It's a final vote on it, and it'll become part of the rest of our library position statements. But also, it was mentioned briefly, AMATYC impact. We have been working for a couple of years on our new standards document, which is actually an updating of our two previous Crossroads and Beyond Crossroads documents. One of the forums Thursday night will be, attendees will learn more about what's in the document. There is a link available on our website, which www.amatic.org. The vote at the Delegate Assembly will be to endorse the spirit and philosophy of that as well. So that's something that you could take back with you, and it's something that you could use to support anything that you're willing to try, because AMATYC supports it. We would like you to support it as well.
I have another question that came in. Is when is it a good time to go to the room I'm presenting in to test equipment like the internet, laptop, projector, etc.?
I'll take that one, okay? The room for the day will be set up and ready at, I believe, about 7:30 in the morning, but sessions are planned so that there's 20 minutes between each one. So you're welcome to go in as soon as one finishes up and check and make sure everything's there. And the person who is presiding at your session will come with a list of the equipment that you're supposed to have in that room. And then there's people to get in touch with right away if there is some kind of problem.
Plus, you have to realize we're in a hotel where the footprint is fairly small. It won't take you more than 5 minutes to walk from any session room to another session room. The only thing that's a little bit unique about this location is the exhibit hall. I'm not sure if I should tell you where it's located or just let you be surprised when you get there. It's outdoor, actually. It's in an outdoor, semi-permanent location. What I like to call a tent. But I haven't had too many air-conditioned tents ever, so it's very nice.
Very awesome. Very awesome. There were a couple comments in the chat that I wanted to kind of lift up here. One person downloaded guidebook and the app is incredible. This person's reporting, I'm already making plans on which sessions to attend, which is awesome. And I think that's a good recommendation, don't you think, to take care of like where you're going to go, like plan it out before you get there?
It's a wonderful thing to use. You know, a couple of things that Darlene was unable to show you, she was using the web version of it. You can look at the app via the web if you don't have a device. But on the device, when you click on any session and click on the location, it will show you a map of the hotel and where that session is located. The same thing happens with all the restaurants. A Google map will come up to tell you where it is located, so you have an idea if it's close by or not.
Awesome. Another comment was just that this person didn't have any questions, just excited to attend. I know it was really exciting. I love going every year. It is definitely an exciting conference. If you have any questions for the office, for the AMATYC office, like anything technical, Beverly Vance has joined our meeting, and she said that she would be willing to answer anything if it came up. So you probably have gotten emails from Beverly. She coordinates us, gets us going in the right direction, and knows the answers, I think, to every question I've ever asked her. Beverly knows the answer. So she's kind of like our front line in the office. Any other questions? All right. So, so Beverly added, I just have to add the comment that she said if she doesn't know, she'll find it out, which is totally true. So she is awesome.
I see Jana has asked a question about the app.
I missed it.
The app, yes, the app has all of the complete description to each presentation. It is essentially the paper version of the program on your device. So you will be able to look at everything involving that presentation, including materials people have sent in. I've asked all the presenters to send me the materials they'll be using in their session, and if they sent them to me, you will be able to access them via the app also.
Perfect. Perfect. So I do have a little wrap up. If there are no more questions, do you want to pause for a minute yet? Okay, I haven't seen anything come in. I'll be sure to stay on in case there is something.
Also, now that you know what we look like, you can find us in the registration area and ask your question live in San Diego. We can't wait to see you.
Absolutely. So thank you for participating in today's AMATYC webinar. If you'd like to support future AMATYC webinars, please consider becoming a member of AMATYC. You can go to bit.ly join AMATYC. We do have a Facebook group, and there also are Facebook groups for the regions, so you might want to go ahead and check that out.
Since Julie mentioned the Facebook group, I'm going to interrupt again.
Okay.
You should check out the AMATYC Facebook page and take a look at the videos our keynote presenters had given us. They will definitely get you excited to attend their talks. You may have to scroll down a ways because they've been posted for a few weeks now.
Right. We did have one more question come in while I was trying to do my wrap up, and it is, if my hotel is at Homewood Liberty Station, does it make sense to walk for walk to the Sheraton for the programs?
Good question. I don't know where the Homewood Liberty Station is. So I'm unable to answer that. My best suggestion would be just to make a Google map and map out the location to see how far it is to walk, first of all. San Diego is a huge Uber community. And they have more Ubers than they do taxis. And it's relatively reasonable to get around town. So you may want to try that if it's too far to walk.
Okay. Sounds good. We do post our recordings of all of our webinars at bit.ly/amatic-webinars. It usually takes us a week or two to get this done. We're going to try to do it in a day or two for you guys so that you can watch this again, or if people have missed it, that they can view the webinar. I would like you to take a moment to fill out a survey about the webinar today. If you go to bit.ly/amatic63, it'll get you there. And I also will try to get you a link. Maybe somebody could put the link, like if you go to that bit.ly, it's going to give you a survey monkey. And maybe somebody could put that in the chat window for me. See, there were a couple other things that came up in the chat window, and I think there's one more question. Okay, so someone just asked to confirm that Kevin is sending an email about accessing or downloading the guidebook app. Is that true, Kevin?
That is true. You should receive one email to anyone who registered, I'm hoping tomorrow, and I will follow that up a couple days later with an email from Guidebook themselves, actually, to give you a little bit more instructions.
Perfect. So Beverly put the bit.ly in there into the chat window. It looks like it didn't come as a hyperlink. You're just going to go ahead and copy it and then pop it into your browser. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording at this point, but I'll stay on the line in case there are other things that we need to discuss or you have other questions.